On Thanksgiving Day, I pulled into my daughter's driveway unannounced, only to see my grandson shivering outside in 15-degree weather, wearing just a t-shirt and shorts. Inside, the family laughed over turkey at the holiday table while he sat locked out like trash. Rage consumed me, and I kicked down the door. The 6 words I uttered next made their faces turn pale. But that was only the beginning of justice. Before I continue, please subscribe, hit like, and tell me in the comments what time it is where you are right now. I had lost my wife Martha just 6 months earlier, and holidays without her felt hollow. She used to remind me, family is all we have left. That day, as I drove my old Chevy through falling snow toward Cincinnati, her words echoed in my mind. In the passenger seat sat 2 gift bags for my grandson Amos, one with a new leather baseball glove, the other with comic books. He was 18 now, but in my heart, he'd always be that wide-eyed boy grinning like he'd won the lottery every time we went fishing. Something in my gut had been uneasy for months. I remembered the bruises on his arms last summer, the way he went silent when I asked. My daughter Leona brushed it off, said her husband Wilbur was just strict. But Martha had always suspected more. When I finally pulled up to their house, everything looked perfect. Lights, decorations, smoke from the chimney. Norman Rockwell would have painted it. Then I saw him, Amos, sitting on the front steps in the snow, arms wrapped tight, lips blue, teeth chattering. "Jesus Christ," I muttered, running to him. He whispered, "I can't go inside. I'm not allowed." Not allowed? On Thanksgiving? He'd been out there since 11 a.m., over 4 hours. Why? Because he burnt the turkey while basting it. That was Wilbur's punishment. My grandson left to freeze, while everyone else feasted inside. That was the moment something in me snapped. I wrapped Amos in my coat and marched him to the door. Locked. Of course. So I did what any grandfather would. I kicked it down. Wood splintered and the house fell silent. Inside, Wilbur sat smug at the head of the table, carving knife in hand. Leona was frozen beside him, her perfect holiday scene shattered. "Have you lost your minds?" I roared. "This boy was freezing outside for 4 hours while you sat here eating turkey." Wilbur stood tall, puffed his chest, and sneered. "My house. My rules. He ruined our dinner. He needed to learn responsibility." Responsibility? For a burnt turkey? No, this wasn't discipline. This was abuse. I demanded he apologize to Amos. Wilbur laughed in my face. Leona whispered that I was ruining the holiday. That's when I pulled out my phone. "You have 30 seconds to apologize," I said coldly, "or I call Child Protective Services." His smug mask cracked. He blustered, threatened, tried to intimidate me. But I'd faced tougher men in my life, and I wasn't backing down. Leona trembled, caught between fear of her husband and love for her son. Finally, she whispered the truth. He locked the door. He told me not to let Amos in. The entire room froze. Wilbur's face turned red, then pale. He snarled, "You'll regret this betrayal." But it was too late. The truth was out. I told Amos, "Pack your things. You're coming with me." Wilbur barked that it was kidnapping. I didn't care. Amos ran upstairs, grabbed his duffel bag from his tiny, freezing room, and came back down. His voice shook, but it was firm. "Fine by me." As we walked out, Leona sobbed, "Please, Amos, don't go." He stopped and looked at her one last time. "If you loved me, you wouldn't have let this happen." We left. My truck was warm, the heater blasting. For the first time in years, I saw something on Amos's face I thought I'd never see again. Hope. That night, in my home, we lit the fireplace and ate a simple meal. Chicken and vegetables. It wasn't fancy, but it was real. Safe. Within weeks, the police had Wilbur arrested for child endangerment after Leona finally confessed everything. She divorced him, rebuilt her life, and Amos thrived. He earned a scholarship to study engineering and later said he might switch to social work. He wanted to help other kids who'd been through what he had. Looking across the table at him that night, I realized Martha had been right. Family is all we have left. And sometimes family means standing up, even when it makes you the bad guy in someone else's story. So, what do you think? Was I right to kick down that door and take my grandson away? Or should I have handled it differently? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss more stories like this one. And if you're ready for another jaw-dropping family story, click the video box on your screen right now.